Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So I was looking back through my videos and realized it has been a really long time since I have done a favorites video, so I figured now would be the perfect time to bring you my March favorites. And I was thinking about it when I was sitting down to film this video. The whole situation right now kind of reminds me of the song, these are a few of my favorite things. Your favorite things make you feel better when you're feeling sad, or, you know, just dealing with this whole situation. So I thought I would just, you know, share a little bit of joy with you and share some things that I really have been enjoying, because I've been trying out a lot of products from all the way back from February and March as well. It's going to be a collection of a lot of different products that I've really been enjoying. As I always do in my favorites videos, I'm kind of going to give you my brief thoughts on the product and, you know, let you know that obviously they're one of my favorites, but kind of why they are one of my favorites. Because I have reviewed a lot of these products recently on my channel, I'm going to be linking the videos where I've done extensive reviews. So if you want to hear more in-depth thoughts on them, you can go check them out there. Often I'm also demoing them, so you can really just get the whole deal. So first I'm going to start off with some products from Erin's Faces. And after seeing Erin's Faces, especially their concealer, online for so long, I was like, I need to try out some of their products, and I did. I have a video all about that, which I will link up above and down below in case you haven't seen it. But I did find some new holy grail favorite products in that video, so I gotta share them with you. The first one being this eye primer. You guys know that the Ilia Pure Eye Primer has been my ride or die eye primer for years now. Like, I found it, fell in love with it, haven't used anything else. And then along came this guy. And this has definitely become a holy grail eye primer for me. I don't think it's completely replaced the Ilia Pure, but because they do different things. The Ilia Pure does help to extend my eyeshadows, but it also really helps to intensify them, to make them look more glittery, to look more metallic. This one doesn't do the intensifying, but it really locks my shadows in place. Like, they don't move around on me when I use this eyeshadow primer. I've used this one today on my eyes. I put on my eyeshadow early this morning, down, I'm filming the video kind of later in the day. My eyeshadow is still looking pretty good, I think. And it really is due to this eyeshadow primer. It also works really well with liquid eyeshadows as well. So not just powders, but also liquids. It really helps to keep them in place. It is tinted, so I'm not sure it will work for everyone's skin tone, but I think if you're kind of in the like fair to like maybe medium category, you can get this product to work for you. I really hope that Erin's Faces comes out with some more shades. I think that would be amazing, but this really does a great job of just getting my shadows to stick in place, even though I have oily lids that are hooded, which is normally death to eyeshadows in terms of them staying in place. This eye primer really has made a huge difference, and I absolutely love it. Also, I do want to shout out the Erin's Faces concealer. There is a reason why so many people are talking about this all over the clean beauty community, and that's because it's a really, really good concealer. I have the shade in Cottonwood, which is the lightest shade. It does work for my skin tone. I can use it to conceal under my eyes. I can use it to spot conceal on my face. A couple of days ago, I just didn't feel like putting on foundation because, you know, I haven't been leaving my house and I just wasn't about that foundation life. And so I really just used this to spot conceal a few spots on my face, conceal under my eyes, just so when I looked in the mirror, I felt a little bit more put together, and it worked beautifully for that as well. It really is a lovely product. It's not quite as self-setting as the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. That one does dry down and set more on its own. This one doesn't set quite as well, but I still find that it holds up really well. It stays in place. I can get it to set. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful product, and I completely understand why so many people love this product. And then the final Erin's Faces product I'm going to shout out is this liquid eyeshadow in the shade Eclipse. And I'm gonna start off by saying I love an intense eyeshadow. We all know that. I got some pretty glittery eyeshadow going on my lids at the moment. But I also do like sometimes to have kind of more minimal eyeshadow looks. Like, I've been going for kind of more no makeup looks, and this eyeshadow is perfect for that. I love it because it's very close to my skin tone, but it's a little shimmery. So it really just kind of catches the light and adds a little bit of something to my eyes and really kind of draws attention to them, but it doesn't look necessarily like I'm wearing eyeshadow. And this product paired with the eye primer is like a match made in heaven. Because this eyeshadow is a little bit more sheer. It's not as like pigmented as the Kosis 10-second eyeshadows, which can be good or bad depending on what you're looking for in the product. But when I pair this on top of the eye primer, because the eye primer is tinted, it really helps to conceal all the discoloration and veins that are naturally on my lids. And then when I go on top of this, I just have a very like flawless look. I have that no makeup look where it's like, oh, there's like a little bit of something going on with the eyes, but it's like not really eyeshadow because it's a liquid eyeshadow. It just looks very natural. I really like it. I've been reaching for this product a lot. I traveled with it. I loved it the whole time, especially now that I'm staying at home and doing these like more minimal makeup looks. This has been a product that I've definitely been reaching for a lot and I really, really love. Overall, I really have enjoyed Erin's Faces. I really enjoyed all the products I tried. You should check out that video. But those were some of the ones that like have really stood out to me and are really like staples in my routine now. And I think this goes without saying, but it's a difficult time for everyone and I feel a lot of uncertainty. You know, none of us really know what's going to happen with our jobs and all of this going on. But at the same point, if you are able to, and I've been trying to do this myself, it's really helpful to try and support small businesses too, like Erin's Faces. And, you know, a lot of the brands actually in this clean beauty space are, you know, smaller companies. And any way you can support them is great, whether it is purchasing their products or, you know, just if you have some of their products and you want to post about them on your Instagram and let other people know about it, that's a great way to support them too. So just kind of keep that in mind throughout this whole video. I'm not saying like, oh, you need to run out and purchase some of these brands to support them, but supporting them in any way you can is really helpful during this time because it's difficult for everyone. Okay. So moving on from Erin's Faces, I also tested out some brand new products that have launched, and one of them is just, I knew as soon as I tried it that it was a favorite, and it is. And that is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I have the shade Rendezvous, which is the lightest shade. You can see a theme here. Typically the lightest shade in like all complexion products because I have very porcelain skin. But I really, really have loved this product. It really has been the foundation-esque product that I've been looking for a long time, but didn't really know I was looking for it. I love that it does have an SPF of 40. I saw some comments about this. I totally agree. If I were to go out in the sun a lot and, you know, be outside for like an extended period of time, I would not use this as my only sunscreen. I'd have another sunscreen on underneath it, and I also have a the powder SPF. I think it's 30 from Derma E that I also put on top. So I layer up my sunscreen so I can get as much sunscreen as possible going to protect myself from the sun. But I really have been loving this product. It is on the lighter coverage side, but once again, I've been reaching for products like that. It really is beautiful. I love the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. That's definitely more of a foundation. It's got more coverage than this one, but this reminds me of that one in terms of performance. They both are super long wearing on my skin. Even though I do have oily skin, they don't break apart on me. They don't move around too much. I do obviously get a little oily throughout the day, but I do with every foundation because I have oily skin. But this is definitely a holy grail product for me. I am so happy that Ilia released this product. And also their new packaging is beautiful, though at this on my channel you're going to be seeing mostly their old packaging because I have a lot of their products in the old packaging, and I'm not going to run out and buy their new packaging because that just doesn't make any sense and it's really wasteful. But I love their new packaging. I think it's really beautiful, really sleek. And this product is absolutely amazing. I cannot speak highly enough about it. The only negative about it is it does get kind of messy. It's got a dropper dispenser, and as you can see, some of the product gets built up around the edge of the lid. I found that happening with other dropper products. I think it's just kind of the way you use them, it ends up getting messy. So instead of putting it like in a drawer or lying down, I end up just sitting it on top of my vanity so it doesn't get really messy everywhere. But that's really the main downside with that product. Also, I tried out a couple of products from Pacifica. Pacifica launched some new products and I found some holy grail products. The first one is this highest def hemp fiber brow gel. I didn't have super high hopes for this because I tried out another Pacifica brow gel in the past and it was honestly one of the worst brow gels I've ever tried in my life. It was like gloopy. It was horrible. So when I went into trying this, I was like, it's probably not gonna be that good. But it's good. I love it. I used it in my brows today. I really have been using it like every single day since I got this product. I tried it out and was like, wow, this is really good. And I've just kept using it because I really, really love it. There are other brow gels that I like. This one is just really good and it's quite affordable. And I got the right shade in it. I did get the shade light, even though I do have brunette hair and my brows are brown. They're not like super dark, so I prefer actually going for more like taupey shades. I just find that it works better with my coloring, with my hair. So I really love this. I love the fact that it has quite a good hold. It really holds my brow gels in place. It also lays down a good amount of pigment, but it's not too much pigment. It's just like the right level of pigment. And overall, I'm just really impressed. If you're looking for a brow gel, I highly recommend checking this one out. It's really checked every box for me, and I love that it is a more affordable option because I don't know about you, but I kind of fly through brow products, so it's really nice to know that I'm not gonna have to spend like $20, $30 on a brow gel when I need to repurchase this. The other Pacifica product that I've been a complete fan of is the Pacifica Animal Magic eyeshadow palette, and I did use this on my eyes today. I still have not really been playing much down in this bottom section down here. Actually, I was thinking about this now that I'm home. I should do some like funky eyeshadow looks. I think I'm gonna try some out on Instagram where I use some of these more colorful shades because honestly, it's just you and me. Nobody else is gonna be seeing it. So I could do some of that and I think it would be a lot of fun. But I also find that I can get these like really neutral eyeshadow looks really easily with this palette kind of staying up in this area. But I just love the quality of it. I love the metallics. These glittery shadows are beautiful. The mattes are really pigmented and blend really easily. Like, it is just a good palette. Like, I did not expect to fall in love with this, but I am totally in love. You have to be in the mood for a big palette. Like, it is a lot of shadows and it does take up a fair amount of space, but you also have a lot of options. So if you really love eyeshadows and just want to have that palette that has all the shades in it, like a lot of conventional eyeshadow palettes, and you've been missing that in the non-toxic beauty space, I highly recommend checking this out. I do think it's really beautiful and I certainly have been enjoying it. Another product that I really have not been giving enough love to have been these brushes from Clove & Hallow. There are 3 brushes. Actually, where is the third? Oh, I have the third one here. This one I don't end up using quite as much. This is the Precision Buffer just because I usually blend my concealer out with my finger and not with a brush. So I don't reach for this one as much. It's still a lovely brush, and if you need one this shape, it's good. It's just not something I reach for that much. But I have been totally loving the foundation brush, which is the Perfecting Buffer, and the Shade and Blend eyeshadow brush. This is a dual-ended brush. You have a really fluffy, sorry, it's a little dirty, but you have a really fluffy eyeshadow brush on this end, and then more of like a shader brush on this end. Also, this is a pretty densely packed foundation brush. I love both of these and have been reaching for them so much. They're super soft, the quality is really high, and they work really well. I've learned my lesson in having my channel and applying quite a bit of makeup, that having good brushes really does make a difference. Like, obviously a good product should apply well and it should apply easily, but I have found that when you have a good brush, it can help a good product perform even better. And this brush has worked well with every foundation I've put it with, be it a cream foundation like the Au Naturel Stick Foundation, be it a liquid foundation, be it one of the more oil-based foundations like the Kosis foundation. Like, it just works well with everything. And it's really been my go-to foundation brush since I bought it. And this eyeshadow brush, also same thing. Like, this just blends super well. It's the right packing of bristles. It's really just what I'm looking for. And this one I do use, I just don't use it quite as much because I'm not as much of a like shader eyeshadow brush person, but it's really cool that you get 2 brushes in one. So if you've been thinking about these, like, I honestly have been using them so much and absolutely loving them. Yeah, Clove & Hallow is just, they just kill it. They just kill it. And these are no exception. So this looks a little funny. It's messy because there's some shampoo down in the bottom of this box, but this is a shampoo bar and a conditioner bar from the brand Be Kind, and this is a box that you can get to store them in. It has a lid. I didn't bring the lid with me. But I did show on my Instagram stories that I picked these up. I wanted to pick them up especially because I was traveling a lot. I'm currently not traveling. Actually, in a very interesting turn of events, I was supposed to go to Italy in May for a conference, but that definitely didn't happen. But I had picked these up because I wanted to find a shampoo and conditioner that was easy to travel with, and also something that was more sustainable, because I go through a lot of shampoo and conditioner, we all do, and I've been switching from using body washes to using like soaps, like bars of soap, gone back to the bars of soap method just because there's less packaging and less waste. So I was like, you know, I should try and do the same for conditioners. And I had seen the brand Be Kind. I tried out one of the products that we received in a Petitboard box, and I saw that they had this shampoo and conditioner bars, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna try it. And I have to say, I have been really impressed. I absolutely love the shampoo bar. Like, it lathers really well, it cleans my hair really well. Like, honestly, it's 10 out of 10 on the shampoo bar. Absolutely love it. The conditioner bar, I will give like about a 7 out of 10 for. It works, but the reason it's not as much of a favorite as the shampoo is just because conditioners don't lather. And so it's easy to actually get like shampoo from the bar because it lathers and you get it on your hand and you can put it in your hair. The tricky thing about the conditioner is because it doesn't lather, it's hard to get the conditioner actually off of the bar and into your hands and then into your hair. You do wet it and it does kind of come off, but it just takes a lot more like rubbing of the bar. And then once you get enough product, the conditioner does work well. It's just a little bit more labor intensive than, for instance, the shampoo bar. But I have to say, overall, I was really skeptical of trying to use like a shampoo bar and a conditioner bar, but I really like them, and especially if you are looking for a more sustainable option, I highly recommend checking these out. So I tested out a number of products from the Faline skincare brand, and there were two that I absolutely fallen in love with and are like staples in my routine right now. And the first one is the Faline Hydrating Cleanser. This is a face wash, and I honestly had just been using this so much recently. I really like it. It's not too stripping, but it suds up well. It really cleans my face. It's everything I'm looking for in a face wash. I like face washes that are kind of simple. They just work well. They're not stripping, but they're not too creamy, and that is what this is for me. I really like it. I definitely am, continuing to use it. Probably whenever I empty this out, I'll probably repurchase it because I really like it. I think it's a really awesome product, and if you're in the market for a face cleanser and you just want like a solid workhorse product that's not too fancy, not too many frills, this is it. And also it's a lot more reasonable than a lot of face washes on the market as well. Okay, and then the other product that I really have been enjoying is their Dual Detox Mask. I talked about this, of course, in my Faline review video, but one of the reasons I really like this is because it is a more purifying mask, but it's also not stripping or drying, because it is pre-mixed and it's got this beautiful creamy texture, as you can see. And when I use this, I get all the benefits of a purifying, detoxifying mask, but without my skin feeling completely stripped and dry afterwards. So it really is the best of all worlds, and definitely a beautiful product. They have a more hydrating version of the mask. I didn't try it out because that's just not what my skin needs. I have oily, acne-prone skin, so this is much better for my skin type, but I imagine that one's really nice as well. If you need a detoxifying mask, you should try this one out, because even if you think you're okay with like the stripping drying mask, when you try one that doesn't do that, it really is just a much more pleasant experience. So I have two more products I want to mention. The first one is this one from Ilia. This is their Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara, and I'm using this on my lashes today. A lot of people love this mascara. There are two Ilia mascaras. This is the new one that everyone loves, and it took me a while to get warmed up to it. Like, I feel like there was a learning curve. The product needed to dry down a little bit, but now that I am here and I've been using it for a while, I'm on board. I'm sold. I like this mascara because it's not a crazy mascara. It gives length and volume to my lashes, but it's not crazy. Like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing false lashes. And I realized, that's kind of what I want. I want my lashes to look really amazing, but I might be able to trick someone into thinking that they're my actual lashes and not mascara. And that's what this mascara does for me. It stays in place really well. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't move around. I love it. It does have a silicone wand, which I know everyone's not the biggest fan of. It's got a double-sided silicone wand, which took me a while to figure out how to use. I have it facing so that the longer side is on top. That side is for lengthening. And then the bottom, more dense, kind of stubby side is for volumizing. I learned that you're supposed to use the volumizing end first and then comb through with the lengthening side. Once I got that figured out, it also helped me to like this mascara more, but I really am a fan, and it's definitely a mascara that I would repurchase again in the future. I think it's a really nice product, and I know a lot of you love it, and I know I'm kind of late on the Ilia Mascara boat, but I've made it, I'm here, and I'm loving it. And then the final product is this one here from Kosis, and this is their Kosis Sport, and I have the shade Rush. This is essentially a lip balm, and I didn't think I needed this product in my life. And then I saw Caroline from Cosmetics by Caroline talking about it and talking about how it was one of her holy grail products. And I was like, uh-oh, she has good product recommendations. I need to check this out. And I did. And I purchased the shades Rush. And honestly, I love this. The shade Rush reminds me so much of Kosis Rose Water, but it's a less pigmented version of the product. And it's just beautiful. It's super hydrating. It's lovely. Like, the one thing I'm not in love with about Kosis lipsticks is, to me, they're not the most moisturizing and they're not the most creamy. Colors are beautiful. But this product is like a more creamy version of that. And it's not as pigmented as their lipsticks because it is a balm, but I really have been enjoying it, and I think the color is beautiful. I totally get why it's one of Caroline's favorite products. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my other videos. And let me know in the comment section down below what have been some of your favorites recently. Like, what are some products that have become absolute staples and you can't live without? Let us all know in the comment section down below. Also, check me out on Instagram. My handle's at naturallybeautifulgirl for more non-toxic, cruelty-free, sustainable living content. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are doing well and staying safe and staying healthy. I will see you next time. Bye.